Hey fam, I'm just about to dump on here for a few minutes. So this isn't gonna be one of those like Carlos's stories with all the fun little things and its little story arc and all that. So you don't have to go to like the news and wonder what's happening at hospitals with testing with the coronavirus and stuff. Because my 8-year-old mom has been trying to get tested for the coronavirus this week. So you don't have to go to like the news and wonder what's happening at hospitals with testing with the coronavirus and stuff. Because my 8-year-old mom has been trying to get tested for the coronavirus this week because she has all the flu-like symptoms and she's miserable and they won't test her for it. She's been twice. So a week ago yesterday, she started feeling sick, flu-like symptoms. Didn't think twice about it. It's flu season. But then her temperature got a little higher than, 68-year-olds should. It got to like 102. So on Tuesday or Wednesday, I talked her into going to see her doctor. I said, Mom, just go see your doctor. She also is the primary caregiver to my 78, 79-year-old dad. Can't remember, Dad, how old you are. But she's his caregiver. And so she can't have the flu. So let's go to the doctor. Let's get whatever we need to get so you can get over the flu. They tested her for the flu. They did a chest X-ray, and she had no flu, and her chest X-ray was inconclusive. And they still did not test her for coronavirus at this point, which honestly it was a little annoying, but I was like, she doesn't have corona. Like, she doesn't have corona. That's what I was thinking, right? So her fever continues on. Now it even gets from 102 to 103 the next few days. She's miserable. And I knew that Vanderbilt had sent me an email for like a coronavirus hotline. And so I texted her. I was like, Mom, has Kaiser sent you anything about a coronavirus hotline? So I did some research and found one online. Sent her the number, and she called it. And the coronavirus hotline, which is what they're saying to call if you feel like corona flu-like symptoms, the recording said there's a long line. You can either stay on the line and wait for an operator to talk to you or someone to talk to you, or you can wait and we'll call you back in 16 hours. So, of course, she opts for the callback, still feeling miserable. Now her chest pain's getting worse and her breathing is getting more difficult. And now we're around, this may be Friday. So she waits, 16 hours go by, nothing. 18 hours go by, nothing. She goes to sleep, wakes up to a phone call at 4:30 a.m. from Kaiser Permanente saying, Carmen Whitaker, you are next in line. Please hold. She holds at 4:30 a.m. for a few minutes, and then it hangs up on her. 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 So, of course, now she tells me this. And then when she calls back, it's like now she's at the back of the line again, another 18 hours. This is what the government has told us to do, right? Like we're supposed to go to our doctor, and if we're in our 60s, late 60s, they should give us a test. Well, it hasn't happened. So now she does what Kaiser tells her to do, and she calls the number, and the number's not working. After she's waited, and now she's got to wait another 24 hours. And so she obviously is starting to get stressed and worried, and my dad is getting worried, and I'm 2,000 miles away, and so I'm like, you got to go to the ER. Go to the ER. It's getting, I'm hearing my mom, she never gets sick and she's getting worse. So tonight she goes to the ER to get a corona test. Now let me pause the story for a second. Remember, this is an apolitical conversation. Like I'm just telling you what's happening. Okay. This is just what's happening. This isn't like a spin news source. This is just what's happening. And also know that I love our doctors and our nurses. You guys know, like I'm the biggest fan of nurses. They're the hands and feet of Jesus. But they're just not being set up for success right now. And yeah, so she gets to the ER. She gets actually checked in, and they get her a room right away. And then she sends me a couple selfies because she's my mom. So then they start doing all the tests: EKG, Xray, blood work, white blood count, all of it. and she's waiting, and her breathing's getting worse. So they give her breathing treatment. So then they start doing all the tests: EKG, Xray, blood work, white blood count, all of it. And she's waiting, and her breathing's getting worse. So they give her breathing treatment. And so, of course, she sends me another selfie of her getting breathing treatment. But then she said the breathing treatment was giving her a headache. So again, I'm trying to like advocate for her while I'm not even there, because she's by herself. She drove 50 miles from my dad, left him at home alone to get to the hospital. And she's by herself. And so, anyway, this is what she sent me. So now after a few hours, the test results start coming back. Everything's clear. White blood count looks good. She has no pneumonia. But she still has a fever. And the flu results came back negative. But she's got chills. They can see that she obviously has flu-like symptoms. And she said, the doctor thinks it's a viral infection. I said, okay. I'm just trying to think of what America we're living in right now. So I said, so he won't give you the corona test. I said, can you ask him if the reason why he won't, I would just want to know if it's the reason why he can't give you the test because there are no tests. Now, again, my mom's not a very confrontational type, so I'm trying to like convince her to do this. And so this is what that conversation looked like. He told her he thinks it's a viral infection. Isn't the coronavirus a viral infection? So now I'm like, Mama, please ask to see the doctor one more time. And so I like have to talk her into it. And she finally does it. So after she reads all that, she finally gets a hold of the nurse and says, can I talk to the doctor one more time? And the nurse says, oh, it's a new shift. The doctor's gone. So then she says, well, do you know why they didn't test me for corona, or can they test me for corona? And the nurse told her, and again, nurses can have bad days. We all can have bad days. But the nurse told her, even if you had the coronavirus, there's no medicine for it. To which my mom said, well, but if I do, wouldn't the CDC want to know if I had it? And the nurse paused and looked at her again and said, just come back if you feel worse. So she finally texts me from the car saying they never gave me anything for my fever. Her fever's back to 103. And pray for me because I've got to drive home now. So why I'm sharing this, I just feel like you guys need to hear this from somebody you trust that's not trying to spin things. Obviously, I'm just assuming they don't have the test there. So they made a decision to not tell her that. There's a bunch of assumptions we can make why they didn't test her. But in this America, she needed to have the test. I think 100% of you would agree on that. And she didn't get it. And it's frustrating. And I'm mad. So if you guys could just pray for my mom. But this is just where we're at. So my kind of final thoughts are, there's obviously thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of more people that have this virus. I'm not saying my mom does. Actually, I'm believing that she doesn't. And I'm praying that she doesn't. But if a 8-year-old woman walks into an ER like that and can't get a test, something's broken. So that's me giving you guys the truth of kind of what's happening right now. And take it for what you think it is. But if you could just please keep reaching out to those that are leading us and making your voice heard, because it's super important so that we can, again, in the situation we're in, we can get things fixed. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for listening to my... Hey guys, little update. So many of you guys are asking for an update on my mom. Sorry I can't get to all the DMs. Know that I'm reading them all. I just can't reply to them all. She finally woke up at 11 a.m. Southern California time. And she said she still feels bad. again, this is about 9 days now that she hasn't felt good, and she's just frustrated that she doesn't feel better. I have called the Riverside Department of Health to try to bypass the healthcare system, and they gave me a number for a coronavirus testing hotline. And I was like, yes. Also, for the few of you, very few of you, most people, everybody's been so compassionate and merciful towards my mom's situation, except a little bitty few of you guys that were like, she's taking selfies in the ER and she's not even sick enough to be there, and she needs to get out of the bed. The test won't even do anything because there's no medicine. Like, we know that the test isn't going to make her better, but it's okay to want to know if you have coronavirus. So we know, like we know. Anyway. Hey fam, badlighting.com, but just a little update on my mom. We tried today and she's still sick. She got a headache now. She hasn't really had a headache. She started getting one last night and still coughs to where she can't breathe. But hopefully tomorrow, Riverside County will get some sort of pop-up corona test. She's doing everything that she can, to get through it. Good morning, fam. Update on my mom in Menifee, California. She's still sick, and she, it's day 10 now. I thought it was day 9, but it's day 10, and she's frustrated, and we all are. But good news is, as of this morning, a bunch of you guys finally sent me 4 phone numbers in Riverside County that I could possibly get her an appointment. And I called and couldn't get through, and I finally called and I got her an appointment at a drive-through clinic tomorrow at 2 p.m. So this is day 10. She's gonna have to go into day 11 and then wait till 2 p.m. and then who knows how long it's gonna take to get results. But 5 days later, she's gonna finally have it. Actually, 6 days later, she's gonna finally have a test after going to the doctor for the first time. So it's not how it should be, but it is what it is. And she's got an appointment tomorrow at 2. All right. Okay, guys, so it's almost 2 p.m. Almost time for my mom to take her test in Temecula. We followed all the protocols, and so she's driving there right now, and she's going to be sending us updates on how this is going to go, just so we can see it happen.
Okay, I got to the clinic, and I didn't see a line of cars anywhere. So I parked and I went inside. They took my name, asked me questions if I had been outside the United States, and if I had fever. I said yes. They took my fever, they took my temperature, and then they sent me to another room. I went inside, gave them my name, and they go, "Oh, you're supposed to be on the car lane." Yes.
What's the name?
Carmen Whitaker.
Yeah, Bautista is your primary. Oh no, that's supposed to be for the car line. Go back to the nurse out there, okay?
I go, yes, I don't see one outside. So they took my cell phone number, and asked me to wait in the car, and they'll call me when they're ready. There's no one in there, patients-wise, except for one other person. So I'm here in the car, waiting. Okay, it's supposed to be for the car line.
For the what?
Car line.
Car line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Did you have a referral?
I do have a number.
Did the health department send you here?
My son made the appointment.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hey, babe. They just called me.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if they know what they're doing. They just called me and told me that the person administering the test is sick.
What?
Is that they're not able to test me. But they called the Paris office.
Yeah.
And that they're waiting for me there.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
So that's okay. So I'm on my way there.
Okay.
So
Sorry, Mom. All right.
I just wanted to keep you updated.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Can I just be normal for a second and honest without you guys, like, judging me? This sucks. I'm pissed that my parents are having to drive all over Southern California. And can somebody in leadership just say, it's a mess and we don't know what's happening, but we're going to try to figure it out. If somebody would just say that, I think I'd be okay, but quit freaking acting like everything is polished and put together, because it's not. Hello? What's that?
I just got a call back
Uh-huh. From where?
from Lake Elsinore.
Wait, you already left to go to Paris, though?
Correct. I was on the freeway when they called, and they said, "Are you still in the parking lot?" I go, "No, I'm on the freeway." She said, "Oh, we're gonna give you another place to go because we're not doing testing anymore."
What does that mean?
I go, "I'm sorry, what?" We're not doing testing anymore.
That Lake Elsinore just said that?
Yes. So they said, "I'm going to call you back in 5 minutes and give you another place."
Are you kidding?
So I'm here at Costco putting gas.
Okay. So you're not going to Paris anymore?
No.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
Let me know what they say.
Okay, I will.
Okay, bye. I'm feeling all the things that you guys are feeling. Hello?
Let's try this again.
What happened?
Okay? I got a call back and they said they have an address for me to go to
Okay.
if I want to do it right now, or I can wait and go back to Lake Elsinore in the morning
What?
if it's not raining.
What?
I'm going. So if it's not raining, if it's raining, said, well, they're not doing it in the rain anymore. I said, no, go ahead and give me the address. I'll go right now. She gave me the same address they gave me earlier, the one in Paris.
But they said that the Paris one was...
Yeah, I said, that's where you just sent me. And you told me that they were not doing it anymore. No, they're doing it. Yes.
Oh.
I go, okay. I'd rather go to where they're doing it inside and not depend on the weather.
So is the Paris one inside?
The one in Paris is inside the clinic, yes.
And
The one in Lake Elsinore is inside, outside in the car.
Yeah, but there was no one out there.
Because it was raining.
Oh.
And they're telling me different stories.
Yeah.
They were telling me that the person doing it
Was sick.
And we're not doing it anymore. So I'm going to try
Okay.
Paris.
Okay. Does Dad have a mask on? Okay, he needs to put one on.
Yeah. Okay, babe.
All right, love you.
Bye.
Bye. I needed a breath of fresh air. And see all the robins. All right. My mom just got to the Paris location where they're not giving corona tests, but now they are giving corona tests, but they weren't giving corona tests, but now they are.
Here we go again. Yes, I do.
What is your name?
Carmen Whitaker. Then you got a call from Lake Elsinore.
Oh, okay. You have to wait in your car
Okay.
until they're ready to call you.
Do you have my number, my phone number?
What is your name?
Carmen Whitaker. Whittaker.
And your date of birth? Okay, go ahead and wait in the car, and then we'll call you when we have a room ready for you.
Thank you. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to videotape them doing it, babe. But here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It feels horrible. I can accept to go up until that mark. If not, they cannot.
Yeah, that's where the frustration comes when we were told that it was available.
Yes.
And the healthcare workers were saying, we don't have it.
Absolutely, yeah, understandably so. That's why when I would go home and watch the news, I would cringe because I knew differently, and if I were in the medical field, I would think, okay, great, they have it available. But then on our end, they're like, no, we haven't received any.
Well, guys, 7 days later, literally 7 days from the first day she went in to try to get the test, she got a test. 7 days. Now we wait. Thanks for praying.